The name of the poem is Daffodils. William Wordsworth is considered to be the greatest among the Romantic poets. His subject for poetry were low and rustic life, and also his language for the poetry. He adopts the very language of layman for his poetry. Daffodils is a reflective poem. It describes the beauty of a field of daffodils which the poet came upon in one of his walks in the Lake District in United Kingdom. He was awestruck by the beauty of the daffodils and felt very joyful. For the poem, stanza by stanza. The poem. I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats on high over vales and hills, when all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils, besides the lake, beneath the trees, fluttering and dancing in the breeze. In the first lines of the stanza, the poet compares himself to a cloud that floats over the vales and hills. See, there the poet says he is wandering like a lonely cloud. Then, all of a sudden, he saw a crowd. Crowd of what? A crowd of golden daffodils. There, he compares the daffodils, that is, the yellow color of daffodils, to that of golden. That means there the poet is using the figure of speech metaphor. Golden daffodils actually means it shows how yellow the flower appears before him. One more figure of speech is using in the first lines where he is saying he wandered lonely as a cloud. What is the figure of speech used there? It is personification, because you know that it is the human quality, that feeling of loneliness, that is attributed to a cloud. So, personification is the figure of speech used there, because human qualities are attributed to a not living thing. So, where he saw all these things, besides the lake and beneath the trees, the golden daffodils, they were fluttering and dancing in the breeze. Dancing also human quality attributed to daffodils. So you can say like personification again is used. Host, crowd, dance, all their personification is the figure of speech. Next stanza. Continuous as the stars that shine and twinkle on the Milky Way. They stretched in never-ending lines along the margin of a bay. 10,000 saw I at a glance, tossing their heads in sprightly dance. Here, he compares the number of daffodils to the number of stars that shine on the Milky Way. He says, they stretched in never-ending lines, where along the margin of the bay, he saw their 10,000 at a glance. And what they were doing? Those daffodils were tossing their head in sprightly dance. The wind, the breeze make them dance. The waves beside them danced, but they outdid the sparkling waves in glee. A man could not but be gay in such a jocund company. I gazed and gazed, but little thought what wealth the show to me had brought. Here the poet says, the waves there near the waves in the lake also dancing. But it was the daffodils that excels them, and the sparkling waves, you know, the, the sparkling waves means actually the sunlight that falls on the water made them to sparkle. Okay. A poet could not but be gay. Poets are very sensitive to the beauty, and he says the poet himself couldn't stop from being happy. Glee, gay here shows the happiness. I gazed and gazed, but little thought what wealth that show to me had brought. He gazed at the beauty of the sight. What was the sight? The waves that were sparkling and also dancing, as well as the beauty, the beautiful dance or the beautiful scene which the nature had given him, the beauty of the daffodils. This he is telling, this is the beauty of the sight. But he realizes, or you can say he even didn't realize how much that beautiful sight had benefited to him. In the concluding stanza, he says, for oft when on my couch I lie, in vacant or in pensive mood, they flash upon that inward eye, which is the bliss of solitude. And then my heart with pleasure fills and dances with the daffodils. But he's saying, whenever he is lying on his couch, feeling very lonely and anxious, okay, in a pensive mood, he remembers the company of the daffodils in his solitude. And he feels, this beautiful sight flashes upon his inward eye, means through his mind. He remembers. And that gives a bliss of solitude. Solitude, loneliness. And then my heart with pleasure fills. He never feels loneliness again. Because that beauty of the nature, the beautiful flowers, the sparkling waves, the beauty of the daffodils fills his mind with pleasure and dances with the daffodils. And his mind also dances with the daffodils. That is the end of the lesson. The rhyme scheme followed here is ABABCC. So I told you different types of figures of speech used here. And now that is the end of the lesson. Here I have given just a summary of what is in the poem. Your homework for today: explain what impact do the beauty of nature has on the poet. Okay, thank you so much.